I have got 20 years of professional experience on the national and international platform. I'm a former banker, and I started my career in Turkey, and later I work in London, Amsterdam, and Vienna. I'm currently based in Vienna and have been working as an executive coach and consultant. I work with leaders and their A teams, and I have clients from all over Europe, including Turkey. I am someone who had many new beginnings in life. Particularly in the last 8 years, I went through major new beginnings. When I was asked to speak here, I had to think which one of them I should share here with you. Let me talk about some of the recent ones. In 2004, my life changed dramatically. When I was 35 years old and the CFO in Turkey, I was asked to move to London and became a regional project coordinator in Europe. I was assigned the task of implementing a huge international project in Europe. I started living abroad. It was the first time in my life. I was away from my family, friends, and all of a sudden, I had to travel a lot. I do remember in my second week in London, I was sent to Kazakhstan. It was a little bit scary for me. And what I learned was the importance of cultural factors and how to leverage diversity and to lead a diverse and multinational team to a common goal. In 2007, my life took again a new turn. I got married. I was not that young, by the way. And I moved from London to Vienna. I didn't speak any single word of German. Even I was unable to count from 1 to 10. I didn't know anyone except my husband. By the way, my husband is half-half, half Austrian, half Turkish. And I had to set up a life over there, and building up a married life in a new, unknown culture was difficult, tough, I would say. And in 2009, while I was struggling with adaptation and married for only 1.5 years, I found myself sitting on a chair in a hospital. The doctors told me my husband had cancer. You may think that it's not a new beginning. It was. It was a new beginning. Not a fancy one, but it was a new beginning. It opened a new page in my life. I stopped everything, and for a long and tiring year, my life revolved around the hospital. But thanks God, he recovered himself perfectly. In 2010, I started a new career. I went to the United States. I made a master at Columbia University in New York, and I set up my own business as an executive coach and consultant. After having worked for years as an employee, I was getting my salary at the beginning of each month. This time, I had to take the whole responsibility. I had to calculate all risks, and I had to market my business. Instead of focusing on one of these topics, I rather decided to share with you the common features of these new beginnings. The first thing I can tell you, I was scared every time. It was for sure. Before moving to London, I was scared of failing. I had always thought of myself as a cosmopolitan person because I had worked for multinational companies, but this time I had to live and work, in short, to function in a different culture. It's different, quite different. And in addition to that, I was responsible to manage a team consisting of 25 nationalities and lead this group of people and the countries to a common goal. I can tell you, I learned a lot about British culture and other European cultures, but I discovered how much I was shaped by my own cultural values, norms, and assumptions. When I moved to Austria, I was scared again because I was alone. I didn't know anyone. I didn't know the culture. I didn't speak their language. And I was scared of setting up a married life over there. And in 2010, when I set up my business, I was scared again because I feared to be turned down. I had to sell my business. I had to knock the doors of big people, CEOs. I was having all these doubts and concerns on one side. All these new beginnings had enormous positive effects on me. The first thing I would like to say, I learned a lot about myself. Every time I was discovering a new side of me, honestly, I became aware of my patterns, my weaknesses, my limitations, and my strengths as well. And what I realized that the more I knew about myself, the more I was able to unleash my potential. I strongly believe, London prepared me for Vienna, and all struggles that I had in Vienna geared me up for my husband's cancer. And all these experiences helped me overcome my fears and try something new in business life. And I set up my own business. It is for sure new beginnings are not easy. No one can say that. A new beginning involves change and new challenges. A new beginning entails to do something that you haven't done or thought of before. And this scares. We are human beings, and we are scared when we are exposed to situations that we don't know. But besides risks, a new beginning brings also new possibilities along. And if we don't give it a try, we may miss these new possibilities. Did you read Elif Shafak's The 40 Rules of Love book? In her book, one of the rules says that, that's the one that I like most, try not to resist the change that comes to your way. Just let it go. Don't worry that your life is turning upside down. How do you know that the side that you are used to is better than the one to come? So new beginnings are our chances to discover ourselves and to move forward. And in order to discover ourselves, we need to step outside our comfort zone, and we need to break our routines. We have routines, unfortunately we have, and we love them. Maybe not consciously, but subconsciously. Because routines seem to make life easier, because routines seem to minimize risks. But please don't forget, routines prevent us from thinking and seeing of new ways and possibilities in life. There are many new beginnings in life, and not all of them have to be like my new beginnings. Little changes in your daily routine are your new beginnings. Take another way back home. I don't know, and try to be with different group of people. Go for dinner alone. The only thing I can tell you, you will discover something new about yourself, and this may take you to a different level in your life. This is what I believe and experience in my life. Thank you.